Welcome back, everyone. I'm Jewel, and today we're in the Giants editor. Right now I'm in the sample mod map of Ravenport, and I'm going to pick this fence, and I'm also going to get this fence. I like both of these. I need some fence. I'm not going to do all the fencing in this episode, but I want to get a couple of things ready for our map, and we're going to continue the follow along map making on my Jules Peaceful Valley map. This is for Farming Simulator 19. So let's go ahead and import this fence. I'm going to do it all, and I can break it down in the game. So I'm going to pick the whole fence section in the transform group, and we're going to hit File, Export Selection with Files. We're going to make sure it's in the Jules Peaceful Valley map. We're going to go, try to decide where to put it. Probably going to put it, could just put it in the objects folder. I hate to make a folder for everything, like separate folder for everything. So we'll put it in the objects folder, and we'll call it what it is, fence, and save it. Yes, we want the directory, and yes, the relative paths. Alright, now we're going to hop over to Jules Peaceful Valley map, and I'm going to set it up here. It's not going to stay there, obviously. We're just going to take from it, but I'm going to put it right here. So what I'm going to do is import it, hit File, Import, and find the fence, and hit Open. Now it's right here. All you got to do is hit Control B while it's highlighted, and left click, and there you go. Alright, and then left click again to finalize it. Let's come down here and have a look. Excuse me. Alright. Yeah, it looks good. And then you can piece it out like that, and we would be able to change it or whatever we need to do. And I'm going to probably make us a fence. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it, if I'm going to do the whole area or a certain area over here. I'm not sure yet. But also I want to get the other fence, because I'm going to decide which one I want. I don't know if I want this one for the whole property or the white one. So we're going to jump back out over to the other map. All you gotta do is highlight it and then click on both maps, either one you choose of which you're working on, after you've opened it up, obviously. Alright, so now we're gonna roll over here, click on this fence, roll up in the scene graph to get to the white fence, and we'll take that whole fence. File, Export Selection with Files. This one's called white fence, so and I'm looking over here at this transform group name, so that's what I'm naming it. You could just copy and paste that, but I'm just going to type it. It's not that big a deal. But sometimes it's better to copy and paste so you don't make typos, or it's just easier and quicker. But that's what I did, and hit save, yes, and jump back to our other map. And going to put it here, so we're going to hit File, Import, White Fence, Open, and then Control B, left click again, and now we have our white fence. Now obviously they're not going to stay there. We're going to piece them out. We'll have to make duplications of each piece as we go, and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to go back. I want to get an American flag. I deleted everything off this map that I had. It was stuff on here, and I could have plucked it out of the sky like I was going to do, but I figure it's better just to go get what we want when we want it from another map. So I'm going to go get us a flag. I think there's one down here. Yep, right there. So we're going to get that. And let me see how. So that'd be all the flags. How many is it? Pretty good bit, because I'm gonna need them. I'm just wondering if I want to do it like that. I'm probably gonna take them all, because I'm gonna have them at the different like businesses and things. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the whole group. Now normally I wouldn't do that, but in this case I am going to have these all over the place. So, and that's probably a good amount what they have there. So we're going to export selection with files. Going to name it what it says. I'll just hit, there we go. No, we don't want that. I'm going to name it like they did. Save it. There we go. Now we're going to jump back. And we're going to import it. I'll organize all that in a bit if I need to. We're going to import it. Flags. Open. We're going to just go ahead and stick it here for now. Control B. Of course, it's not going to do it quite the same because it's so many of them. So they're going to be floating for a bit till I do each one of them on the ground. So what we're going to do is open it. Get the first one. Control B. And put it down. And then left click again to finalize it. Come on down to it. We'll move it. Let me see. I want to put it by the house. Let's get this kind of going. I gotta decide which side I want it on. Do I want it on this side or that side? I don't know if I want it there. Let me back up a little, see. Probably, let's see. I'm probably gonna move it to the near the front because I'm gonna have it as people go by, they can see it. Like not all the way by the house. Like there'll be like could be possibly like a garden area, like a little something or another here. Alright, we'll stick it there for now till I really start placing stuff, because you got to get your stuff going. You got to start getting things imported before you really know where you want everything. There's a shed right here. You just can't see it. If you'll look back in the videos, you'll see I did that through the XML. This is the house we imported. We're going to do the roads. I'm just still deciding if I want to go on and do the roads now. These are just temporary roads. They're not going to be final roads. I'm going to do the actual road, but I'm trying to decide, do I want to go on and make all the roads first and then start placing all my buildings, or do I want to do my buildings and then try to do the roads around that? I'm going to decide it pretty soon and then just do one or the other. So but not today, obviously. So we have one flag, and then of course we'll start plucking the rest of these as we go. But now we have them in the map, and I'm gonna close that. See, now that tidied that up. Alright, so now I've decided that I think I'm gonna knock this hill down. I don't really particularly want that there at this stage. Just for this main farm property, because I want to be able to see from every direction, kind of off into the distance a little bit, and everywhere else is going to be more hilly or whatever, but I want the main area to be kind of the top. It's not the highest level, but it's pretty up there, and be able to see off in the distance. So let's go ahead and click on the terrain sculpt mode. Let's get it on replace, and we're going to hover over here where this level is, hit Control R. It's jumping around. Hang on, let's go back to replace. Alright, Control R. Now it's got it. This number here, it popped up, so that's what it is. And then we have it on replace. So now we can make this bigger, and it's going to make it the same level. Okay, so now we're going to do that. Get that all under control. Alright, go ahead and do that. Sorry about the dogs barking if you could hear them. And get this smooth out pretty good. We can always make a little texture there uh, as we build, but I just don't want a big mountain behind it. I want to be able to see all the way around, so just get this all smooth and even. Alright. Almost done. Alright. We're going to make it mostly flat right there. We'll have to double check it as we go. Alright. So now we got that pretty well done. We'll have to adjust some of this. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just want a basic area. We'll fix this right here. Go ahead and turn on the terrain sculpt mode. Get this all situated here. Like I say, we're going to change these roads anyway, so don't worry about that. That's not an issue. Alright, we'll smooth this out. Alright. We'll bring this up a little. Get this a little bit more flat here. Gotta have a little room there. Get this straight right here. That way we can get it going. Alright. I'm going to keep these videos kind of short. I know we ain't done a lot. I'm going to do a little bit more, but that's just how I'm going to do it, so you can kind of watch it all, so that you learn things as I go, and it's not a big long video that you can't really ever learn what I just did, different things as I go, so that you're able to follow along and actually do the things I do if you need to. So I'm trying to keep it short. That's why I'm going to keep it short. But I'm going to be trying to do more of this map making now. I've been doing some other videos. Actually, I tried to post Ranch Simulator last night, and I don't know, it was bad weather and the Wi-Fi didn't want to do right, so I had to cancel it. So I'm going to make this video and post it real quick. Hopefully it'll upload quickly. If there's any delay in the videos, that's why. So the Wi-Fi sometimes does that. So, but I appreciate you watching. What I'm thinking about doing is putting our cows and different animals, some of them down here, just down from the house, so it'd be like you go down and they're down here, so all the stink will be down here and not by the house. Then maybe make a little road that comes down right here. So I'll be thinking about that. What we could do on this episode, just real quick before I end it, is we could paint this grass on this to fix that, where I had put I had made it that way because I was testing it, because there was a water problem on my map, and that was where water was. I was floating when I was in game when there was no water there, and I was marking it in here so I could test where in the world I needed to raise the ground up. But I fixed that since then, so that's not an issue now. But let's paint this back to green, at least for now. Of course it may change obviously as we build the map. So, and we'll get over here, and basically, you know, this is the paint mode. You just click on terrain detail texture paint mode, you put it on the brush on add. You could put any one of these. If you click it, you can pick which one you put it on. So this is left mouse button, middle mouse button, and right mouse button. So I usually put everything on the left when I'm working with it. I don't like to press the middle scroll wheel that much. To me, it just, my other one it just tears them up, and they're not as good to press as the left mouse button and right mouse button. So we'll fix that. We're not even necessarily going to have the road there. All of these things are subject to change. It's just to showing you the idea of things, getting going. It was mostly for a tutorial at the time, just to show you how you can paint the road down if you don't want to do it the other way, where you actually put the roads in by hand. Or I'm possibly going to show you how to use the street spline. I believe it's called Street Spline Constructor. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've done it, so I might show you how to do that and do the roads that way. So I hadn't decided yet, but once I do, I'll let you know one way or another. Gotta shrink this down. But it makes it where the roads curve to whatever the ground is. So if all these curves, if you placed it right, the road would curve perfectly like that. And it's not gonna mess. It's not gonna be like where you have to put a flat piece to another flat piece, and it's hard to get it to curve with the hills and things. So it makes it perfect. Really, it's really nice. So I may show that. I'm not sure. Depends on what I decide to do with it and how I want to make my roads. So, but I hadn't even thought about it much yet. I've been busy with some other stuff, so trying to get back to it. Sorry, it's been a little bit since I did any map making videos. Let's raise this road up here. We can just leave it on add. We don't necessarily need it to be flat right now. We'll raise this up too. Just a little. Perfect. Till we get ready to fool with it, we ain't gotta make it perfect, because this is just the temporary roads. I may not even have a road there. It just depends. Gonna have bridges and things, but we'll have to see as we go. Anyway, I'm gonna call it an episode on that. On the next episode, I might start doing some of this fence work and just showing you how to do the fence, laying it down, and so on. Or decide where I want to put it, if I want to just do it down here for the animals, or what I'm going to do with it. So, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Anyway, excuse me, the dogs are barking. Sorry about that. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the next one. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. And also if you like the video, hit the like button and turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Stay tuned for more map making. Appreciate it. Goodbye, everyone.